Do you believe in visualization? I do. And I don't just believe in it. I've actually used it many times in my own life. If you want to achieve something big, the first thing you need to know is, what exactly do you want? What is your goal? What is your main why? Just thinking about something once isn't enough. There's a big difference between having a normal thought and having a clear goal. When you think about something again and again, and then you actually write it down, I believe 50% of the work is already done. The other 50% is your effort. I've personally tried this many times. When I had to crack exams, I used this. I would write, I have to crack this exam. I would write down the exam, the date, the marks I wanted, and exactly what I wanted to achieve. I had this one diary where I used to write down my thoughts, feelings, and goals. Because when you take all those thoughts in your head and put them in one place, everything becomes much clearer. And every night before going to sleep, I would look at that diary and remind myself, I have to achieve this. And honestly, it really helped me. So I would say, try it once. Write down your goal. Write down where you see yourself 1 year, 5 years, or even 10 years from now, because your dreams can change over time. Sometimes you may have a 10-year dream. Sometimes you may have a 1-year goal. But you need to know, what is your big goal? And then comes visualization. My business coach taught me a very powerful exercise. He told me, every night, before you go to bed, imagine that you have become ultra successful and you have everything in the world that you want. Close your eyes and imagine, if you became truly successful, what would that image look like? Are you helping millions of people? Are you teaching people? Have you built a huge business? Are you driving expensive cars? Do you have a private jet? Have you built a huge house? Or maybe your definition of success is simply sitting with your parents and your family, laughing, having fun, and enjoying a completely free life. What is your image of success? It can be anything. It can be money. It can be impact. It can be teaching. It can be business. Or it can simply be having a happy life with your family. Whatever it is, just imagine that image. And every night, visualize that image before you go to sleep. Because slowly, that image starts giving you direction. Your brain starts working in that direction. Your dreams can start reflecting that vision. The next morning, you might suddenly get an idea that takes you one step closer to your goal. You start moving in that direction, knowingly or unknowingly, and you start making decisions based on that vision. It just works. And it's not just something I believe in. There's also scientific evidence around how visualization can connect your thoughts, your brain, your physiology, and eventually your actions. Your thoughts influence your physiology. Your physiology influences your actions, and your actions ultimately create your results. That's why I believe visualization is such a powerful exercise. But for me, one of the biggest benefits was something else. Clarity. Because today, we live in a world where we're constantly distracted by social media. Every single day, we see thousands of different opportunities. Someone is becoming a teacher and making money. Someone is starting a podcast. Someone is trading. Someone is building a business. Someone is becoming an influencer. And suddenly we think, I should do that too. Then we see something else and think, maybe I should do that instead. There are so many opportunities that we become distracted. And when there are too many paths, we end up not doing any one thing properly. But when you do this visualization exercise at night and ask yourself, what does my ideal life actually look like? You automatically start getting clarity. You start realizing, out of all these options, which one actually takes me closer to my ideal life? And suddenly, making decisions becomes much easier. So first, create your goal. Then, write it down. Then, visualize it every single day. But don't stop there. You also need to find the path. Because having a goal isn't enough. You need to know, how am I going to get there? Let's say your goal is to reach 10 million subscribers on YouTube within 1 year. Then ask yourself, how can I achieve that in 1 year? Break it down into steps. You need to upload content consistently. But how are you going to upload consistently? What kind of content will you create? How often will you upload? How will you improve? Create a process. Because if you want to become successful, you need a clear path. And if you don't know the path, find it. Today, there is no shortage of information.